Physical therapist assistant career. What's it like working in the hospital? Hey, what's up guys? My name's Antonio and I work in physical therapy, and in this channel we talk about health tips, education, and exercises to help you live a healthier life. But not today. Today we're talking about everything you need to know about PTAs, and in this video I'm talking about my own personal experience that I had working in a hospital. So let's get to it. So let me just start off by saying there is nothing that school could have done to prepare me for working in a hospital. Like, there was things that I seen that I just can't unsee, and just all the different experiences and scenarios that I found myself in. I would have a different story literally every day of something funny or something embarrassing that would happen when working at the hospital. And there was always something that would catch me off guard and totally be unexpected because I wasn't used to that environment at all. One time in particular, I went into someone's room to go check on them. And when I walked in there, it was this little old lady, and she had a nice bouquet of flowers that was on her desk. It was like Valentine's Day or something. And I walk in there and I was like, oh, I love the flowers. Those are super pretty. She goes, what? And I go, the flowers, I love them. They're super nice. She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? I like the flowers or whatever. And then I looked up at her chart, because in every patient's room, they have like a chart with their name on it and it says something about them. And right next to her name on her chart, it said legally blind. And I was like, oh my goodness, I just complimented this blind girl's flowers and she can't even see that they're there. I felt super bad, I was super embarrassed, I apologized, and she was lighthearted about the whole thing. She was laughing with me and everything, and I really had no idea what to do after that. I was like, well, they smell nice, you know, like I was just totally thrown off guard by it, and it was super funny looking back at it now, and she was laughing, we both had a laugh from it, but that was super embarrassing and one of my experiences when working in the hospital. So besides that, I actually had moments that I could learn about new things and see things that I hadn't seen before. So with me, for example, I worked in the ortho section of the hospital, which, if you don't know, ortho means joints. So it was like total knee replacements, total hip replacements, things like that. And so those were the patients that was in that wing of the hospital. And so I would be the one treating them. And with my experience personally, I was able to talk with the patients before they even had their surgery, got to talk with them, figure out what their concerns are, what are they thinking, what are they going through. And then also, I was really fortunate enough that the hospital let me sit in on a few of the surgeries, and I actually got to watch them do a total knee replacement or total hip replacement. And that was a super cool experience, just getting to see the whole procedure of how they do it. And trust me, it was an extensive process of doing a total knee replacement stuff, something that, oh my goodness, now I know why they're hurting so bad after surgery. And not only that, but I would be the first one that they seen when they wake up the next day, getting them out of bed, getting them moving, and getting them doing their exercises. That was my job. So it was a cool experience being a part of the whole process, the whole overview of that patient, watching them come in, watching them go through surgery, and then I was the one that's seeing them, getting them up out of bed, and getting them back walking, getting them back doing their normal functional tasks that they used to do. The other place in the hospital that I also worked at was the acute section of the hospital, which that is where you have, more serious conditions. You have people with different heart failures, different like tuberculosis, different diseases, different things that you see when going into the hospital. And so I got to experience treating patients in that section, and they differ quite a bit actually. With the ortho section, you're doing more exercises, you're getting them up, you're getting them walking, and in the acute section, you're doing the same things, but you're dealing more with their limitations now of having congestive heart failure or having whatever disease or whatever ailment that they have going on. You would have to deal with that in the meanwhile. So you would have like an oxygen tank you would have to roll out while you're doing the exercises, and all these other things that were added to it. But other than that, it was awesome. Overall, I enjoyed every bit of it. I had great coworkers who were super fun to be with. After we got done seeing all our patients for the day, we would go back to the spot where we would all hang out and write our notes at, and they were all a good group of people, and we would just write our notes and just have a laugh about just funny things that we'd talk about or whatever. But it was a super great experience, and I was super happy that I got to work at the hospital. So that's it, guys. That was my experience when working at the hospital. If you guys have any other questions over something that maybe I didn't cover, then let me know in the comment section, and please like and subscribe. Peace!